Oh, if you have lower back pain or pain in your SI joint, then I want to show you a stretch that will help reset the position of the pelvis and make your lower back feel significantly better. And it's not what you probably think it is. Now, I'm going to go into a bit more detail on this one because we posted one variation of this stretch on Facebook, YouTube, all our social channels, and it was the most popular video we've ever posted. So I'm going to show you a few different variations to make sure that there's a variation of this stretch that you can do no matter what if you have low back pain, okay? But first, let's talk about the pelvis and what I'm talking about here, okay? The number one thing that people do is sit a lot. And when you sit a lot, these muscles right here, your hip flexors, they shorten like this, and it causes your pelvis to tip forward like this. This is an anterior pelvic tilt, okay? And when this happens, you're putting a lot of pressure on your spine because your spine is supposed to be vertical like this, but the pelvis tilting makes the spine curve like this. So you're putting pressure on all of the lower vertebrae, and you're also putting pressure on the SI joint, or where the spine connects to the hips. So if we constantly walk around like this and we move our bodies like this, you are going to have lower back pain. So what we want to do is we want to help the pelvis settle back in like this, tuck under and settle back in to being a great base of support for our spine, so our spine is stacked on top of itself and so that the nerves don't get pinched off and we don't cause any inflammation or issues in the SI joint. So I'm going to show you the first variation of the stretch, which is a little bit more difficult. Then I'll show you an easier variation, okay? So make sure you have something nice and soft on the ground, and what you're going to do is you're going to come down into a kneeling position on top of a pillow or a cushion or a carpet or a towel, whatever makes it feel comfortable. Now, even if a pillow hurts for some people sometimes, I'm going to show you another variation in a sec that'll be a little bit easier for you. Now from there, you're going to turn your hips forward. Now this is a big deal. A lot of people when they do the stretches, they open their hips like this. So try to make sure that when you put your hands on your hips, your pelvis is facing straight forward like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to drop your pelvis towards your front heel, okay? As you keep your hips facing straight forward. And you can just inhale once you hit this position, and then exhale, try to drop your pelvis towards that front heel, open those hips up, but keep them facing forward, and you'll feel a big stretch coming through the top of your thigh all the way into your abdomen right here. Now continue just breathing and exhaling and trying to go just a little bit deeper in the stretch. And you can hold this for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds. And then what you'll do is come up, stand up, feel the difference between your sides immediately, okay? This is really important. I like to do this when I do unilateral stretches, is feel the difference between your right side and your left side. And you'll notice, wow, this feels really good, feels really loose, it feels like my pelvis is relaxed. This side probably still feels real tight. So now make sure to go stretch the other side again for the same amount of time, 30, 60, 90 seconds, and continue this stretch every single day to help the pelvis reach its normal position. Now, if you can't kneel on the ground, you put your knee on the ground and grinding your kneecap in, or it's really difficult for you to get down on the ground, then what you can do is do this from a standing position. And you can do this with a wall next to you or a chair next to you for support, just in case you're worried about your balance as well. So you're going to come into the same position, nice big step out like this, and then you're going to basically drop your hips towards your front heel while keeping this hip straight forward. Now the big kick here is this. When people do this, they'll bend forward like this, and when you do that, you lose the stretch inside the hip flexor. So what you want to be really mindful of is that your body is upright as you do this stretch, and that you're trying to squeeze this back glute. So try to think about pushing through the back foot, almost like you're trying to sprint that way. You're going to push through and try to tilt the pelvis as you come forward, and when you do that, you'll feel the same stretch coming through the top of the thigh all the way into the abdomen. Again, hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. Breathe in, exhale, try to go a little bit deeper, repeat that breathing pattern, and then come out of it. And again, you can feel the difference between one side to the other. Make sure you stretch both sides, and make sure you do this stretch frequently, because when you do, you're going to reset your posture, and it's going to make your lower back feel so much better, because when you move your body better, you get to feel better in your body. All right? Hope you enjoyed this. Hey, real quick, if you like this stretch and the way that we teach stretches to help you feel better in your body, well, then you're going to love the workouts and the stretches that we put together for our members over at WeShape, which is a company that I co-founded to help people get customized follow-along workouts that give you a personal trainer-like experience, but without the personal trainer cost. So if you want to check this out, all you have to do is click the link, and when you click that link, we'll ask you a bunch of questions, just like a personal trainer would, about your goals, your capabilities, how flexible you are, how strong you are, and then we'll assemble a follow-along workout that is customized to you. Every stretch and every variation of every movement is designed for your actual level. And even throughout the workouts, we'll check in with you and ask you, how did this feel? And based on your answers, we'll either make that movement harder, easier or keep it the same, just again like having a personal trainer right next to you, adjusting movements for you in real time. So it's like nothing you've ever tried. Click the link and give WeShape a shot. You can try it for 2 weeks for free. You're gonna love these workouts and the way they make your body feel.